What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, an interesting video for you here on the channel. Today is me ranking the last 5 WWE title holders in WWE, and now, if you've seen the previous video with the IC and the US title, I can actually talk about the last 5 women titles because originally it's just me talking about the last 3 or 2 title holders. Thank goodness for that, but today we are talking about it. I am ranking the title reigns, so if there's multiple people, like for example Cody Rhodes, you go from best to worst, whatever it could be. But let's get started. And I say that because I know you guys like those quick videos. I see the views on the quicker video. Number 5 is Bianca Belair. I'm so sorry, Bianca. There's probably not even a render that's actually legitimate for you on this list because you got cashed in on by Io Sky. So you are unfortunately the 5th. One of the better knee-selling matches I have seen with Asuka and Charlotte Flair in a triple threat in SummerSlam. One of the greater matches I have seen with selling, and yes, unfortunately, you have been cashed in on. So this is obviously 5, no questions about that. Shockingly enough, number 4 is Bayley. I have to be honest with you. There's some certain things that you can debate on, but I think Bayley's title reign is number 4. Held it basically over the summer. I have, if you see me looking to the right, I have like every single time she defended and everything. Had a no contest. That obviously was because of Tiffany Stratton, if I'm remembering right, because then they led to the triple threat. Then you have one match against Piper Niven, which was a random match, but obviously because of Clash of the Castle. And then ultimately you go to SummerSlam. Wasn't a fantastic reign, but I do believe Bayley still had a decent reign enough. But I did, coming into this video, think that there was like, I knew the top 2 who were going to be. I thought Bayley would have been like 3. And she's 4 here. So shout out Bayley, but sadly, Bayley, you are here at number 4. At number 3, though, is Nia Jax. Now, Nia had the title from SummerSlam all the way to the beginning of the month. I actually don't know how long it was, but she had some really good matches. She had a street fight against Michin. She defended the title again at Bad Blood against Bayley. She defeated Naomi on SmackDown. She then defeated Naomi again, which then led to a title change, which a lot of people thought Tiffany Stratton was going, which, let me say this actually, a lot of people thought Tiffany Stratton was going to cash in to make it a triple threat, and that would happen. But instead, what happened was Tiffany Stratton did it after the match, and also that got they wrote that kind of like what was going to happen right before the show. I remember seeing last minute change writings right before the show started. I think Nia Jax, to be completely honest with you, was an underrated champion. I think she did very good as a champion. She looked like a dominant threat, and honestly made Tiffany look really good when they defeated her, or she defeated her. So I think this is a pretty good title reign. I think honestly Bayley had a good title reign as well. I'm really realizing with the WWE title for the women's side of things, there wasn't really a bad title reign. We had maybe in the IC in the US for the men's side, there was obviously some bad title reigns, but I really do mean this, that Nia Jax I don't think was a bad title reign at all. My 1 and 2 could be 1A and 1B because, to be honest with you, Io Sky did really good as a champion. I think it's just because I've seen Tiffany recently, more recent, and I've seen how Tiffany has done very well with going against talent every other week, destroying a whole roster to the point where she has to lose the title because it looks so bad. I picked Tiffany to be the number 1, to be honest with you. But let's talk about Io Sky. Funny enough, both of these have their titles because of cash-ins. Cashed in to get her title, had it for 246 days. If I just saw a second ago, I don't actually see it anymore right here. She would go on to defend against Zelina Vega. She would go against Asuka. That would lead to an Asuka and Charlotte Flair triple threat. She would win that. She would beat Charlotte Flair again. She would beat Bianca. She would beat Michin. And then ultimately, she would go on and lose to Bayley in a good damage control story. Looking back at this, Io Sky kind of did the same thing Tiffany Stratton did and take down some legends and really beat her mentors and everything. But at the same time, I really do think that it's just either or who you think. It's just, I think Tiffany Stratton's I'm going to choose because there's some, I mean, actually there's not really though. Let me see. She went against multiple people for multiple months. So we'll see on Tiffany Stratton's when I go back and actually look at this, but I think it's either or. I think either or could be the one. Tiffany Stratton looks like she'll lose the title at Saturday night's main event. Hopefully this comes out before then. If not, that's awkward. If she does, she will eclipse 300 days as champion, which is really nice for Tiffany Stratton. I think they did a really good job with Io and Tiffany, which was validating their cash-ins to win. So Tiffany Stratton obviously has, and we've all seen it, had one of the best 2025s by far, where she went undefeated until Crown Jewel. This title reign has been electric because it's been going after legends and others, and she's beating them. So just looking off of her title reign, they have about the same days. She has more wins, but she beat Bayley, she beat Nia Jax, then Flair, then Nia Jax, Trish Stratus, Jade Cargill, and Nia Jax. God damn. I guess that was a double count out. Damn, they go against each other so much. Nia Jax and Jade Cargill, obviously multiple names on there. You could say the same thing for Io Sky with Asuka and Flair at the time, with Bianca thrown in there in a little mix. But there is a lot of names like Flair on there, like a Trish Stratus, that, to be honest with you, Tiffany looked like a superstar in all the matches, which is a very hot take that I think the Tiffany and Charlotte Flair match was good. Well, I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good match. But she has more title defenses. She's gone against a little bit more people in that sense. I wonder if I could look up like matches that aren't technically counted towards the championship but still have singles matches. Because if I did, I wonder if that would show a little bit more on that. Because I know there's a lot of matches that Tiffany Stratton's had recently that's been just regular matches, not tag teams. Like she just went against Kiana James and beat her in there. So I wonder if there's stuff like that. But Tiffany Stratton looks like, I would say, the number one for the women's title, but maybe that's just recency bias. The men's side of things is a little bit funny because obviously we have Roman Reigns we have to consider, but I am undoubtedly putting Brock Lesnar last. Brock Lesnar, and this is, by the way, this is counting current Cody Rhodes championship, so only defend the title once, which is funny enough, more than what Brock Lesnar did. He won the title at Elimination Chamber, and then he had a winner takes all kind of match at WrestleMania, and Roman Reigns would win that match. So that's been the story with that title because, he won it and lost it in one title defense. Actually, no title defenses. He just defended the title and immediately lost it. So no time to stay on this one. Brock Lesnar lost. Now we have Cody Rhodes' second one, which is funny enough. When I prepped this video, it was before the SmackDown, which would have been now the day I'm recording this, a week ago. Literally exactly a week ago from when this happened. Cody Rhodes lost to Drew McIntyre in a match, but still got his championship. No, he talks about how his dad got screwed on that one, but that is how he just kept his title. He did defeat Drew McIntyre at WrestlePalooza, though, which automatically makes him better than Brock Lesnar. So, crazy enough, I feel like he just won this title. He already has 83 days as champion, which may validate him losing the championship coming up soon because he's been at championship for a while. I kind of forget that I think it was SummerSlam. Yeah, it was SummerSlam, came out. I think he got beat down by, Drew McIntyre. And then WrestlePalooza was way later. They had the title match. So that's why it felt so long, because he hasn't really defended the title because he was filming. But he still has this title. In my personal opinion, though, I have him here at number 2. His number 2 reign at number 4. Sorry, and I think it just makes sense. I don't think it was worse than Brock, obviously, and I don't think it could be better than any other title reign, even though there's only 3. And yeah, up next is John Cena. So John Cena, obviously, coming back with the heel turn, won the title from Cody Rhodes at Mania. Defended it twice. You had Randy Orton and you had CM Punk, which are big names and big names to go against, and he did defend the title. Crazy enough, John Cena, actually every single title match he had was 25-minute plus. You had which the shortest one was the Mania match, which is insane to say. You had 25 minutes for the Mania match, 27 at Backlash, 26 at Night of Champions, and 37 at SummerSlam. My God. This one wasn't the best title reign. I think Cody Rhodes' second title reign is getting to that point where it's going to get better than John Cena's, but it wasn't terrible. I just think it was okay. It was decent, but that was the whole point, was that he was a heel. He was purposely not trying to defend the title. He was trying to ruin wrestling. And then obviously now we have our babyface John Cena back. Yeah, that just That whole heel gimmick didn't work, huh? Really ruined that fun out of a lot of us. But yes, indeed, we have ultimately a decent title reign. Now, before we go into the next two, I think you have to, what is it called? I think depending on how you look at it, it has to be, do you value the time as champion more or the actual defenses of champion more? For today, I'm doing defenses more because, for example, a Sami Zayn with the U.S. title that did the Open Challenge, I think has more weight than a Jacob Fatu who held it longer but didn't defend it as much. So that will get us to our next champion. Roman Reigns had the Undisputed Championship for 735 days, according to Cage Match, and defended it quite a lot in the span of like 2 years. So in 2 years, he defended the title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times, losing on his 11th time. Other than Matt Riddle in Minnesota, we have him only defending on PLEs, which obviously a lot of people like to talk about how it helped maybe the prestige of the title, him holding on for so long. It probably hurt the visibility of a title. It was a dark time for people to really move up the card because there was not a championship that could realistically be won. Roman Reigns won so much. There wasn't another title because it was the Undisputed title, blah, 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 blah. That's why Roman Reigns is here at number 2. Because in literally 2 years, he defended only 11 times, which I think I'm about to see Cody's stats, but probably just the same in about a year or so. I think personally, Roman Reigns, to be honest, and also Cody had a lot of singles matches without the title involved too. So that's why I kind of want to go not go Roman's way, but if you would put Roman and it's because of time, then that's very valid. But I am putting Cody Rhodes' reign first. His first reign, he defended it 9 times, which technically 8 because he lost the 9th time in a year. So just there, and I bet he would have gone to easily double-digit numbers if he would have had that title a little bit longer. Had some pretty good matches, in my opinion. You have AJ Styles, which was a banger at Backlash. You have a Logan Paul match that was actually really good at King and Queen of the Ring. Then you have the Clash of the Castle I Quit match, which was pretty decent. Bloodline Rules match was, I think, it was okay. I don't think it was the best thing, but it was pretty okay. Obviously, it was set up for Roman Reigns to come back and obviously go against Solo Sikoa on that matter. First, Kevin Owens match in Bash in Berlin was decent. Then you had Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa on that SmackDown, which I thought was a pretty good match. Again, setting up Roman Reigns to return and attack him. Then you had the start of the Kevin Owens heel turn, and then the quick pivot to John Cena winning the title. Which, yeah, wish that didn't happen, and to be completely honest with you, but, we move past that. But in my opinion, I think defending the title more times within a year and just defending overall matters more as a champion, and I think that's why they're better title reigns. But that's just my opinion. Maybe that's not yours, but that's what I consider better title reign. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.